supposed to be another flashback, and it's clearly Kane in one of the Ellie incantations. Or incantations, reincarnations. Elhaim. A bell. Live. Oh, hey, Emeralda. What are you doing here? Oh, another Fae? I just can't hand over our child over to you, words. Live. Should be Lacan and Sophia now. Yeah. Okay, so a bell is the very first Fae incarnation. It is basically the original contact. So it went from Fae to the Ellie of that time to Kim and the Ellie of that time. And you notice how Ellie is always called Ellie, except in cases like Sophia, but... So yeah, it goes from a Belle and Ellie, and then it goes to Kim and the Ellie in that universe, and then it goes to Sophia and Lacan, I believe. I don't know what that said, but it was on the screen for long enough, hopefully. What is this place? My execution site. Why do you turn on me? I thought we were friends. Who is it? Did I cause this? What's happened to me? What have I become? You become Graf. Congratulations. Take it as a compliment or don't. I'll live. Even if I go to hell, I'll live till the end of this world. And if the world does not come to an end, I'll destroy it with my own hands. It is really interesting to see Lacan become Graf, like the change and like how it happened and everything. Same for Krellian and how he became the way he was. Faye, who is it who's calling me? I am Har. A pirate? What is this light? I reside in Zohar. I'm the beginning and the end, the first and the last. God? God, some would refer to me as that. From a certain point of view, it's right to view me as such. But at the same time, I'm not. I'm also a part of you. A part of me. I'm defined by how people observe me. You're actually talking to a virtual version of me that you yourself create. I am your perception of me. Alright, that makes sense. I understand what you're talking about. Who or what are you? Or I don't understand what you're talking about. In one word, existence. Existence? In actuality, I do not have a physical form. I am an existence of a higher dimension, a place you cannot perceive, but in terms you understand. It's a world where everything acts as kinds of waves. It's the source of this four-dimensional universe, the place where time and space is controlled. A fluctuating void, the wave existence. What does such an existence have to do with me? Long ago, a modifier or pseudo-perpetual infinite energy engine was created. That engine was named Zohar. The reactor was created by an ancient people from another planet to attain what is considered to be the ultimate energy possible within this four-dimensional universe. Eventually, those people used the same engine to create the ultimate interplanetary invasion weapon, Deus. Zohar was used as its primary source of power. But the unexpected happened. During the connection test of Zohar with the newly completed Deus, the engine started to examine infinite potential phenomena. Requiring energy, the engine connected this dimension to the higher dimensional space. As a result, that reactor merged or synchronized with the wave existence in that higher dimension, me. I descended from the point of contact created by the machine through the path of Sephiroth. Sephiroth without an H. I see you, Square. Or the domain you're in right now, and incarnated in the four-dimensional world. I just have one thing. Sephiroth! After I advented to the four-dimensional world in order to stabilize myself here, I had exchanged or materialized my form and entered into the modifier engine. In other words, I became bound in Zohar, the cage of fleshly existence. Since the time I was bound in Zohar, I've always wanted to return to my own dimension, and I came to a conclusion. I had to reverse the process I went through to arrive here. I must be released by the one who instilled within me a special feature of this dimension, the will that one is you. That one is you. Decided it was me, a special feature? Yes, I was given a special attribute of a human by you, the contact, when you observed me. I was given a mother's will. A mother's will. I'm sure you remember, after my descent, you had contact with the modifier engine Zohar. They really pop off with the cutscenes in this too. Because in disc 1, they sort of stopped doing them for the mid part of it and the end part of it. As a contact, being but only a child, you define my existence with your desire to return to your mother. Thus I came to prepare the mother's will. That will is Elhaim. Ellie's disposition was influenced by me. Yes, my will was incarnated through a biocomputer which was vital for Deus. After combining with me, the biocomputer evolved its functions and that bioplant generated a central element. That is her. I was split by your contact. My physical form or flesh stayed in Zohar, while my will went into Elhaim and my power went into you. That's why I waited to unite with you, and now it's fulfilled. My only remaining desire is to break this cage of fleshly existence. In order to do that, I must become perfect by combining with Elhaim as well as my other split physical form, Deus. The only way to return to my original dimension is to destroy this physical body. In the four-dimensional world, Zohar is perfect, so in order to destroy Zohar, I need the strength that was attributed to you. Zohar can only be destroyed by the hands of the contact. What about Ellie? If Zohar is destroyed, what will become of her? Zohar and Deus are one. She's bound to the system by another's will to become one with me. In order to release her, it's necessary to destroy that very system that serves as the Deus weapon. However, having been created as a weapon, the Deus system seeks to unify itself with all of you for a different purpose than that of mine. Originally, her release should have been performed by me, the one who desires to return back to the higher dimension. But I'm also bound to the system just as she is, so I'm unable to participate. You're the only one who can release her from the spell. Just as Deus and I are inseparable, you and her are also inseparable. Alright, I'll destroy Deus and the Zohar modifier and I'll save Ellie. You've experienced much loss and deprivation in your life. It's very tragic. Our contact and the resulting transference of power and will between you and I most likely played a factor in splitting in your personality. I disagree. I can't blame anything or anyone besides myself. Regardless of what may have happened in the past, with the passing of time, the cause becomes more remote. It's a problem that comes from within myself that I myself must deal with. I see, you managed to accept those tragedies, to tolerate all things, to comprehend and find where you stand in this world. If you succeed to do all these things, I'm sure you will succeed in what awaits you now. To liberate all of us, use the Xenogears. Name of the game, roll credits. Destroy Zohar. Wait, there's more I need to ask you. The system is awakening. Ask her later. Oh my word, holy cow, I get to save here? That was a lot. I'm 69? Oh, because you get level ups when you're not fighting. The characters get like someone looked it up, I think it was like 3/4 of experience if they're not in the party. Holy cow, that was a lot. That was a lot of exposition. A whole lot. And I need another drink. I think what I should have done was I should have filled up my travel cup instead of getting like one can of Diet Coke. Okay, I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna go get another drink. You know, I just need to remember to trim that out, hopefully. When I put this in the video editor. Alright, well, I'm ready. Let's keep moving. Resume the game. Yeah. More reading ahead of me. Dad. Dad, are you okay? I'm sorry, this is all my fault. Faye, you've returned to your own self. You've become one. Yes, thanks to you all. If all of you hadn't called out to me. Ugh. Dad, don't worry. This is good. This is, after all, Dad, you and I must become one. Graph, what's going on? Oh, Graph's music. I reached the limit of the body I possessed on that day 3 years ago. I required a body that would tide me over until your true awakening. That is why I acquired the body of your father. Regardless of your awakening, you're merging in the inherited memories you had acquired. And there was no way for you to know of this since you had lost your memory at that point. At the point in which I merged with your father. Impossible. What about Wiseman? What about father? Of course, they were just parts of me. I couldn't hold on to count on them totally. His ego was far too stronger than I imagined. When my control weakened, he showed himself to you as Wiseman. You have awakened. This body is now useless to me. Now I must return to my original body, the reincarnation of my body that you inhabit. Stop it, Dad. I hear you, Faye. You see, he and I are one. I am Khan, Khan is me. He has become one with me, so you two should open your heart and unite with me. Like the Sonic song, Open Your Heart. Then we can go on to eliminate everything. No, I can't allow you to control me. You tell him, Faye. Protecting your master, then so be it. I'll merge with both you and your machine then. Now come, Faye, fight me. Yeah, we get a 1v1 here. It's no use. I know you're Lacan and that you're part of me. But that doesn't change you being my father. I could never really fight you. You're so naive. Why don't you understand that your naivete is what killed Sophia, what killed your mother Karen? I already know that. That's why I swore never to run away again. I must rescue Ellie. So don't get in my way. Wake up! Open your eyes, father! Lacan! If that's the case, then fight me! I can't! I see. Then there's no choice. Kinda sounds like running away, Faye. Just saying. I like how Saiton, Bart, and Billy are just hanging out watching. And not even muttering a word. Since you're so unwilling to fight, I believe I'll have to use them as bait. Stop it! Don't we have the same memories? Can't you also remember that sadness you felt way back when? Why then? Why must you destroy everything? If we stop Deus, won't this all be over? You still don't understand even after your contact with the existence. I came to understand after my contact with the existence that, even if Deus was destroyed, as long as humans still inhabit this land, Myung, Elheim will be born time and time again. Then all living things may as well perish along with Deus itself. That's the only path to freedom. The path to release us from the eternal cycles of life, the tragedies of history, and the spell of fate. Once I awaken Deus as a weapon, I'll obliterate all living things. Then I'll use your awakened self in that machine to return everything to nothing. That's what I concluded. Myung and Elheim are not just Deus mouthpieces. That woman is its main body. Why can't you see that? That's not true. She gave her life for me by shielding me from harm. Her eyes weren't Myung's. Mother came back at the last moment. Myung, Mother, even Ellie, we're all humans born on this planet. Deus doesn't matter. You'll see. I'll bring Ellie back. Father, no, Graph, Lacan. I won't back down. If you won't back down, Never! Then I have no choice. The time has come to truly become one. Oh, let's get it. This is a pretty sick fight. We got the Xenogear. I have 30k HP. Hit me up with a booster. Ah, the true Weltor. Look at his cool wings. Yeah, I wouldn't be Graph without the overkill animations. I can't system id. Oh, okay. In that case, that did nothing. 798. Gotta get to a higher level. Alright, that did more damage. Oh, you got some new, death blows, which is cool. Just get head bashed infinitely? Why don't you? I do love the Xenogear design. It's so awesome. It should be fine. We have a lot of HP. Alright, that miss is not fine. It's actually kind of cringe of you. Okay, no, these are the same death blows. They just look different. The names are the same, but they have different animations. Also, maybe that one time we fought Graph and the Executioner, they were like, we're not going to use Graph's theme because we want this fight to have Graph's theme. If that's the case, then good call by them. Because Graph's theme really fits here. Do this preemptively. Even though it takes like a lot of my fuel. Stop having stupid defense. Well, I'm gonna try to get a level 3 here and hope it works. Perfect. Now we can do, the Ryumai. Yeah, lift him in the air. Seismic toss him. Okay, just drilled him. Not bad. Alright, we should try not to use another heal because that would, like, that would run me dry on fuel. Hey, can I get back to doing like 1,000 damage with that? I think once I did 1,000 damage with it. Literally just once. It'd be nice to do more than 39. Let's see the other X combo here. Ow. $3,000. Yeah, use Ryumai here. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Just a giant beam. I dig it. Ah! No XP from that one either. Or maybe they are giving me XP and they're just not showing it. Which, that'd be weird. Why don't you finish me off? Because, like, wait, no, that would have to happen. Because Faye was level 68 when I ended stream last time, and Faye was 69. The only two battles we've done were the fight with Saiton and Billy and Bart, and this one. So, they might be giving me XP, but they're just not showing me the experience screen, which is weird. So Faye had to have gotten that level up from somewhere. If you don't get rid of me, then you cannot get what you want. It's alright, Dad. I understand. You're not Graph. You're my father. You and Graph are one. Your will and purpose never change. I knew that once we fought, but let's stop now. Our objectives should be the same. It's the same as our becoming one. We don't have to fight. Ugh, my body. They like using this save save sound effect, don't they? Zohar's after you, the last piece to combine with Deus' system. It seeks to unify with you, the first to have been divided from it. What? This is what Lacan wanted all along. After all, I'm an imperfect existence. It was inevitable that it would come to this, considering what had happened in the past. Lacan's imperfect secondary contact with the wave existence split into his personality in two. Eventually his body died, but the original Lacan transmigrated, sure. Bringing the destiny of becoming a contact with him, he was reborn as your present body. The remaining persona, just his desires, lived on separately by possessing the bodies of others. That is Graf. That is me. I may have inherited Lacan's will, but I'm not the same as the contact Lacan. It's impossible for me to make real contact. There would be no true melding and release. Even though our bodies may be different, I'm still half of you. That fact remains. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with Zohar and thus may be able to buy you some time. This is the only way I can be one with you. This is all I can do. Deus system will start to look for you again. Before then, you have to destroy the newly perfected Deus and this Zohar modifier. You're the only one that can destroy the physical barrier that encases God's body. Dad. As you said, that was Karen. Though, through many generations, Myung is beginning to break free from her bounds. Now that Elohim has merged with Deus, she has all of her memories back. All the memories from her original birth as the context's complement up into her current transmigration. It includes all of the lives she has lived as Myung and their substitutes over the centuries. And of course that includes your mother's memories too. Mother's memories? Hey, cut away all the binds on mankind. You should be able to do that now. Save her and all the other women bound with her. I'm begging you, Faye. Alright, well, Graf's out of the picture. Graf was a pretty cool villain. Especially the stuff they do with them in Disc 2 and how they tied together how Lacan became Graf and all. It was neat. Not my favorite villain in Xenogears, but I do like Graf and what he represents. What is this? This pendant. He was also a really good, he was one of the first villains we've seen in the game. He was the very first, I believe he was the very first villain we've seen in Xenogears. So it was just really nice to, get his introduction and, learning everything with him. It was all pretty good. Is this Sophia's or my mother's? It's nothing. I'm just talking to myself. Sorry for all the trouble I've caused, everyone. Thank you all so much. Anyway, let's get going. There's a little time left now for me and for our planet. More reading.